As I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain, I take a look at my wife and realize she's very plain.
Are you familiar with this play?
No!
A slaughterhouse. 8 corpses all told. It brings out the best in us.
Tense, progressively rattled during the whole mime and commentary.
You? What do you know about death?
It's what the actors do best. They have to exploit whatever talent is given to them, and their talent is dying. They can die heroically, comically, ironically,
Live long and prosper.
slowly, suddenly, disgustingly, charmingly, or from a great height. My own talent is more general. I extract significance from melodrama, a significance which it does not in fact contain, but occasionally, from out of this matter, there escapes a thin beam of light that, seen at the right angle, can crack the shell of morality.
Is that all they do? Die?
No! They kill beautifully. In fact, some of them kill even better than they die. The rest die better than they kill. They're a team.
Which one's a which?
There's not much in it.
Actors? The mechanics of cheap melodrama? This isn't death. You scream and you choke and sink to your knees. But it doesn't bring death home to anyone. It doesn't catch them unawares and start the whisper in their skulls that says, one day you are going to die. You die so many times, how can you expect them to believe in your death?
On the contrary, it's the only kind they do believe. They're conditioned to it. I had an actor once who was condemned to hang for stealing a sheep. Or a lamb. I forget which. So I got permission to have him hanged in the middle of a play. Had to change the plot a bit, but I thought it would be effective, you know? And you wouldn't believe it. He just wasn't convincing. It was impossible to suspend one's disbelief, and what with the audience jeering and throwing peanuts, the whole thing was a disaster. He did nothing but cry all the time, right out of character. Just stood there and cried. Never again.
In good humor, he has already turned back to the mime, the 2 spies awaiting execution at the hands of the player, who takes his dagger out of his belt.
Audiences know what to expect, and that is all they are prepared to believe in. Show!
No. You've got it all wrong. You can't act death. The fact of it is nothing to do with seeing it happen. It's not gasps and blood and falling about. That isn't what makes it death. It's just a man failing to reappear. That's all. Now you see him, now you don't. That's the only thing that's real. Here 1 minute and gone the next, and never coming back. An exit. Unobtrusive and unannounced. A disappearance gathering weight as it goes on, until finally it is heavy with death.
The 2 spies lie still, barely visible. The player comes forward and throws the spies' cloaks over their bodies. Rosencrantz starts to clap, slowly. Progressively rattled during the whole mime and commentary.
You? What do you know about death?
It's what the actors do best.
Can we restart?
There's not much to it. There's not much in it.
Die?
No, they kill beautifully.
Yeah.
It's what the actors do best. They have to exploit whatever is given to them, and their talent is dying. So I got permission to have him hanged in the middle of the play. Had to change. Are you familiar? What the actors do best. I can't read that.
Fix it, Chris.
Yeah, well, in exchange they die, and as
No.
We had